Bangalore is more than just a tech hub. It's a city where rich heritage, green spaces, spiritual places, lively markets, and diverse flavors come together. Recently, we got a chance to attend the Karnataka International Travel Expo in Bangalore. And before diving into the wonders of Karnataka, we made it a point to experience Bangalore in our own Delhi Fundu style. If you are looking for the perfect way to spend just 2 days in Bangalore, be it for business or leisure, this is a perfect guide for you. The heart of our adventure was our centrally located stay at the Radisson Hotel. From delicious breakfast to world-class service, the hospitality here set the perfect tone for exploring the vibrant city. Well-fed and refreshed, we began our Bangalore journey. Our first stop was the Vidhan Sabha, the seat of Karnataka's legislative assembly and a symbol of the state's pride and progress. We couldn't get inside, but even from outside, the ornate domes and the grand structure left us speechless, making it a must-photograph landmark for anyone visiting Bangalore. We are out for a city trip in Bangalore. We don't have a lot of time in Bengaluru, but then we are trying to see whatever we can see. Now we are at Vidhan Sabha, quite a gorgeous structure. And it's sunset time, so it's looking even better. Very pretty, very photogenic, and we are clicking away, having a lot of fun. Just walkable from Vidhan Sabha is Cubbon Park, our next stop in Bengaluru. So we are walking towards Cubbon Park. Apparently it's a very big area, and then it's very beautiful, and so there are various sections and parts of Cubbon Park. We'll see whatever we can watch in very short time we have today. One of Bangalore's most famous green spots. It's huge, over 300 acres, and it's really peaceful with lots of flowers, trees, and bushes. Cubbon Park is so huge. There's a library, high court. In fact, there's a small road inside the park, and there are so many segments, but it's like one of the most beautifully well kept parks I've seen in my life, and it's like spring has come alive at Cubbon Park in Bangalore. It's a great place to go for a quick morning walk or just relax in the afternoon and enjoy a bit of Bangalore's natural beauty. Next, we visited Rangoli Gardens, a model heritage village and cultural showcase. Life-size statues depict rural Karnataka's daily life, while colorful folk dance performances and traditional homes transport you to a bygone era. We enjoyed a Tonga ride and delicious Karnataka cuisine here. For more on this unique spot, check our detailed video. Link appears on the screen or in the description below. Our journey continued to the Grand ISKCON Temple, Bangalore. Famous for its striking blend of traditional South Indian and modern architecture, this temple draws huge crowds seeking spiritual solace. Despite long queues, the peaceful chants and ornate interiors make the wait worthwhile. Photography is not allowed inside the Sanctum Sanctorum. The best places to eat are always where the locals go. So on our second day, we went for a South Indian breakfast at a local spot called South Kitchen. We had fresh vermicelli, soft idlis, spicy sambar vada, and rich filter coffee.
Tastiest filter coffee I've had in very long. And this is without sugar in it, so divinely tasty. And like little bitter, but just the right kick that we need. Sleep deprived. Like we woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning, got ready, got out. Cheers.
Honestly, nothing beats starting a Bangalore day like this. We started the day with divine blessings at the famous Bull Temple, built in the 16th century and dedicated to Nandi, the sacred bull of Lord Shiva. The temple is known for its massive granite statue of Nandi, one of the largest in the world. It's a peaceful place that shows Bangalore's rich spiritual heritage. We also explored some temples nearby, continuing with our morning temple trail. Next, we went for a day trip to an unforgettable wildlife safari at Bannerghatta National Park. We are out for a day trip to Bannerghatta National Park. It's in Karnataka. From our hotel, we traveled to Bannerghatta National Park, and then after reaching here, we were taken in a separate bus, which is for the safari. And it's a closed bus, AC bus. You are not supposed to open the windows. That's not allowed. So you are in a closed bus. That is why you are safe, because here, for a change, the animals are out in the open and you are actually caged, maybe inside a bus or maybe in the barricades. Most of the animals are in their natural habitat. Home to lions, white tigers, sloth bears, and herbivores roaming in naturalistic enclosures. The park is ideal for families or animal lovers hoping to experience Karnataka's wild side up close. We enjoyed a sumptuous lunch at the Jungle Lodges and Resorts restaurant inside Bannerghatta Park. They served delicious local fare with warm hospitality. After visiting Bannerghatta, the Butterfly Park is a no-brainer since it's right nearby. It's India's first butterfly park, all inside a cool futuristic glass dome. The Butterfly Park is so beautiful, it almost looks like a movie set, but with all these water bodies and flowers. It's a man-made park, but very creatively done and very colorful. Very interesting section of the Bannerghatta National Park. Inside you'll find lush greenery and colorful butterflies flying around. It's not just beautiful to see, but also a great place to learn about different butterfly species and how they are protected. Incidentally, this is India's first butterfly park, and we are so privileged that we could see this in this very short time, thanks to guys at Karnataka Travel Expo and Karnataka Tourism. They managed to add this to our itinerary, which is already very busy, but fantastic experience. For genuine Karnataka handicrafts, Kaveri Emporium is the place to go. This state-run shop guarantees authentic, high-quality souvenirs perfect for gifts or mementos of your trip. Skipping trendy cafes, we visited the legendary Indian Coffee House. The egg sandwiches, strong coffee and classic charm took us back in time. A must for those who love nostalgia and simple food. We ended our Bangalore adventure with a delicious Bengali feast at Kesi Das. We enjoyed luchi, dum aloo, chola dal and some irresistible mishti. It was a sweet finale to our Bangalore adventure. This 2-day itinerary of Bangalore offers a balance of iconic landmarks, hidden gems and authentic experiences. Whether following our route or creating your own, there's no wrong way to explore Bangalore in 48 hours. We hope you enjoyed watching this video as much as we enjoyed making it. If you did, please let us know by giving it a thumbs up. Subscribe to Delhi Fundos and press the bell icon to be notified of our new videos. Thank you for watching and we'll see you in the next one.